It was May 2018. I was at a nice little cush job working for the state as a manager. I had went through my whole 8-hour shift and could not wait until 5:00 p.m. 5:00 p.m. rolled around and I ran to my cubicle. This was the time that the decisions would be made public for all the nursing school applicants to a particular school. I remember running to my cubicle, logging in as soon as 5:00 hit, putting in my credentials into the school system for the application, clicking through to the decision page. What I saw there was a conditional approval. That long-awaited time and process had finally come to an end. This was the last school that I had applied to after getting rejected by 4 or 5 schools in total. Here in California, the system is impacted. If you are a 4.0 student, you still have a high chance of not getting in. That's what I was up against, and having faith for that I would get approved to go to this nursing program. I got the approval. My husband picked me up after work that same day and heard of the good news, and we quickly began to rearrange our life for the next year. Meanwhile, there were some things going on behind the scenes at that job with management. 2 months prior to getting that approval for that nursing school, situation occurred. I remember being in the office of one of the managers higher up. I was in there with the manager 3 and the manager 2, all women. In comes the person that is above the manager 3, and she comes in and starts to talk. This wasn't just regular talk, this was gossip. Now, there is a certain employee that we had, and we will call her Sarah. Sarah and I did not know each other from Adam. I had never spoken to her before except to say good morning or hi in the hallway because I knew that she was an employee there. The manager 2, let's call her Maria. Maria did not like Sarah. Maria had no reason to not like Sarah. Maria was never a manager over Sarah. I knew the immediate manager that used to be over Sarah, and they had nothing but good things to say about this employee. They loved her. That manager had nothing but good things to say, was the direct report, and so I would think that his opinion mattered more. But this manager 2 took it upon herself to badmouth this employee. The higher than the manager 3 walked in and said, "Good morning, you guys. I have some news for you. Apparently Sarah had interviewed for division down the hall. I spoke to that other equivalent position of hers, and she said that she applied and they're looking at her closely and they're considering her. So I let her know what Maria told me, which was that she's not very good and she's combative and all of these things." To which the whole time my mouth is like in disbelief because I don't understand how her word would be taken instead of calling the other manager, you know? On and on she went to say more, that basically they're not going to consider Sarah for the position anymore based on what Maria had said, not having any real experience with her. That went on. Inside, Delilah is conflicted. Delilah is conflicted because like, what just happened here? Why would we? I don't understand that mindset. If a manager really thought that someone was bad, why wouldn't you want to let them go? Go be the best that they can be somewhere else. Maybe they're not a fit with your position, but this was not a consideration. The consideration was to stop her from leaving, knowing that you're not going to promote her or do anything with her, but just make her life miserable. I don't agree with that. After that meeting, this is where the fuckery happens. Now, mind you, I said I didn't know this woman at all. It just so happened that this woman started to get these feelings that the manager 2 did not like her even more strongly enough for her to come and talk to me and confide in me about it. For some reason, she trusted me. I had just gotten back from maternity leave and whatever crap went on when I was gone happened, and I wasn't a part of that crap. So she felt that she could confide in me. She came to my cubicle, we joked around a bit, and then she told me her uncomfortability. She also told me the story of where she thinks the manager 2 doesn't like her. Now, I never told her, yeah, the manager 2 doesn't like you. Never said any of it. But she goes on to say it's because she, Sarah, tried to plan a birthday party for another manager that was leaving without asking Maria's permission. I'm not sure why Maria needed her to ask her permission when she was never over her. But she said that she felt that Maria wanted to be a part, integral part, making all of the decisions for that birthday party. So this is where the pettiness comes from. Now, I've never heard of anything bad about Sarah. The rest of the employees find her to be very helpful, not difficult to work with at all, just a pleasant person. And when someone in the office has a beef with someone for seemingly no reason, it would seem that that story is more possible, because I've never heard Maria tell me a reason why she does not like this person. 2 weeks pass by and suddenly My direct manager, who is a man, calls me into his office. He is a manager too. I'm thinking I'm in trouble about something. He has never called me in his office before. I go in there, sit down, thinking I'm in trouble, and he says, somehow, Sarah knows that the other division was not going to hire her. Silence. I'm like, is this a comment or are you interrogating me? Do you think it's me who told her? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Come now. What is this bullshit? What is this bullshit? I'm the only black woman that was sitting in that manager office. But for some reason they think we were friends in cahoots and I told her everything. But they just figured black, black, female, female. She must have told her because they're black. That is the only thing my brain could calculate as to why they would suspect me rather than any of the other three that was in the room. So of course he could not say, yes, we think it's you. So I'm like, well, let me ease your fears. It wasn't me. And he kept on talking as if to guilt me into a confession of some sort. And I'm just listening. I was like, well, okay, thanks. And I just left. Sarah ended up opening an investigation because she was recently interviewed for a promotion within our department and it was given to someone else. Now, I put my bid in for her because she seemed to be more capable of doing the job. The other person that actually got hired had just gotten into that division. I know because I hired that person. I know her background because I used to work with her in the other division, in the same unit. So she did not know nearly as much knowledge as that other woman that was there for 2 or so years already. The other one got hired. She's also very pretty. The manager too kept commenting on how pretty she thought she was when I hired her. I don't know, maybe that had stuff to do with it. She got real chummy with her and it was like a girls club. She ended up getting the position and Sarah wanted an investigation into the facts of why she didn't get the job. So our scoring information as managers, the whole nine. Right when I pulled those documents was about the time that I got called to go to nursing school. So I was gonna be blackballed anyway. And it's funny because that girl that got that position, I hired her. And there were so many people that I knew that deserved a promotion that I wanted to help once I became manager. Once I got there in that atmosphere, there was just something off with the management team. Because on the first day that I even started the position, that manager 2 was a manager 1 and she was training me. But she took me into a conference room to try to get me to form some kind of alliance together as women. She was like, we have to boost each other up. You know, there's a lot of men here and we really have to boost each other up, go for what we want. And to me, already that's like a red flag. Like, lady, I just met you today. I don't even know if you are the type of person that I want to even form some kind of alliance with. But already you coming at me with this like sisterhood stuff and form an alliance and always look out for each other. It's like, you know, yeah, okay, it's my first day, like let's wait and see. But like, why would I form an allegiance or an alliance with someone that I don't even know? Maternity leave, came back, and this woman was a whole different woman because she got promoted to manager 2. Just filling her power even more. Now you're probably wondering if I did tell her. I told her. I told her because I didn't like that. I just didn't like it. I didn't feel like it was right to treat people like that who work so hard. So I let her know that was going to happen. And she was pissed. Rightly so. I was scared I was going to lose my job. And in hindsight, if this nursing position did not come through, I know I would be blackballed. I would not be able to go anywhere. Not promote, maybe demoted. I'm thankful that I was able to get out of there and that acceptance came through. I'm thankful to God. Do I believe I was right? I'm not sure. The one thing that I do know is that I'm not meant to be a manager. I'm not somebody that you can count on to be so disconnected to people that I could be cruel. Not tell them what I know. They always say that being a manager is managing the work and not the people. But let's be honest, you do deal with the people. And if you take the people out of it and you just think you're managing the work and you don't have any responsibility to the people, I think that's ridiculous. It's the people that is the reason for the work. Why wouldn't you manage both? And to have a team that trusts you is worth more than gold. That would require you to be open and honest. And I really hate office politics. I hate politics, managerial politics, whatever. I cannot stand it because it's not correct to me. It's not truthful. It's the set of rules that we've made to govern ourselves and make us look more sophisticated. It just doesn't make sense to me. So which is why I say I'm not meant to be a manager. I am meant to be the owner because even the manager is controlled by someone else. I want my own will to be able to tell that girl she needs to run. freely and without consequence of not being politically correct to where the rest of my career would be threatened. I would rather own the damn thing. This is why I am doing this. This is what keeps me going every day, especially with this business. My ultimate goal is independence. And it sounds so cliche, like, oh, you go, girl. That is the goal, and that is what I want. And that job made me realize that all the more. I'm not sure I'm wrong through the eyes of business. I am right through the eyes of humanity. Or maybe I'm not. You be the judge. I've already settled it in my mind. This is what I mean by some people shouldn't be managers. So instead of making this an update about the business that I started, because there could be several long periods where you won't hear any change, I'm going to let you know what I did learn and the small wins that happened this past week. Traffic increased on my Etsy page. Traffic also increased on my personal page, on my personal website, so I am reaching some people. For me, I'm not going viral or anything, but when I see just the slightest increase in views on my social media, that makes me happy inside. It makes me feel like, okay, this is not all for nothing. We need to build, we need to build, we need to build, we need to build trust. Then once they trust us, we need to solve a problem, all of these things. This is not a process, by the way. I'm just saying stuff. These are the little steps that I'm gradually learning, and it's fantastic. I like it. Just learning things along the way. Tweaking my website was also another win. I put a carousel on there. If you haven't been there, go over there and check it out. I'd love to hear your feedback about it, at least. It's alllovegiftco.com. The link will be down below. Go ahead, check it out. Look around. Don't forget your 30% coupon if you are interested in anything. It will be down below as well. But that was another win. I'm learning how to pivot, like what step and what will work, and just experimenting. The experimenting part has been very exciting for me. You know, you kind of want to look at your traffic, your views, just all your analytics and how it ties into that. So that has been very eye-opening, shooting vlogs, making shorts. It's all fun to me. Choosing the fonts on Canva. These are the things that I actually like to do because I like to be creative, and it just lets me be creative. So I guess this is perfect for me. But I was scheduling posts back to back to back, just scheduling them out so I could still have my time with my family. So it was possible for me to balance. So this has been a great week of learning experiences. That's all I have to report to you for this week. We're still plugging away at it. I'm not losing momentum and having more faith and finding new angles to approach things at. Just studying different ways to market. It's nice to learn something new. That's where I'm at right now. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.